vlogging here, and I hope you guys all enjoy the video. I'm really excited. So, we're here today. So guys, so we're walking into the Australia Zoo, home of the crocodile hunter. Sorry, just gotta turn the camera around. I can't see it on my eye. We are here. Okay, that's one of the gift shops. Cracky Cafe. Australia Zoo, home of the crocodile hunter. I don't want to go to the crocodile. Stop it, sorry. When's this Wildlife Warrior show? Now? Oh, okay. Of course, because they go. But stand up on me. What we're here for. They're one of their big tortoises. Look, there's a tortoise enclosure. You can see one of them over there eating. Fossil digs! Fossil dig, fossil dig. I can hear them. I'm really sad because I'm missing the show. Oh, they're just doing the cracky shout. I wonder if it's
You have to go on that.
I don't think so.
Just go and sit on there.
Let's take this from feathers to scale. do that, Shannon. Check out some of our gorgeous snakes joining us at the Crocodile today. Now you might be quite surprised to find out that right here in Australia, we're actually home to more venomous species of snake than non-venomous. But I'm sure you'll be so happy to find out the gorgeous snakes joining us in the Crocodile today are of the non-venomous kind. They've grown up right here at Australia Zoo, and that is why they're very relaxed around people.
Now, if you were to see the world through a snake's eyes, you would notice that they rely on movement rather than shapes or colours. And yes, get this, snakes don't have ears.
No, right? They do not. So if we were to see a snake and scream, they are not going to do anything. But if we accidentally stood near one or on one, that would be a totally different story.
It sure would. If a wild snake is ever feeling cornered or threatened, the only way it can protect itself is to bite. So it makes sense people tend to get bitten when they're trying to catch or even kill a snake.
Unfortunately, first aid for an Australian snake bite is quite simple. If you or your mates are ever unfortunate enough to be bitten by a venomous snake, there are a few items that can come in very handy.
Yeah, like a compression bandage.
Like the compression bandage? You were meant to bring it today, were you not?
You said you were going to bring it.
Okay. And I have. Say hello to my little friend. This, everybody, is my wingman. Luca is the most beautiful black cockatoo in all the land. You are a legend, sir. Thank you so much. And this is the compression bandage. Now, if we didn't have one of these, we would have had used an item of clothing or even a belt.
Oh, there you go. Well, who better to demonstrate how to use that compression bandage than Steve and Terry themselves?
Here in Australia, we've got a technique that we use to get bitten by a snake. It's very successful. It's a snake right here, right there. I got it! It's the giant rope snake! Highly venomous! Perfect! Ah! It's bit me! Hold it on the hand! Right there! Terry! I'm being bitten by a snake!
What kind of snake?
A rope snake! Highly venomous rope snake!
Not the dreaded rope
There it is right
snake.
there!
Be calm.
Be calm!
Lay down.
Come on, the rope snake! The rope snake's still there!
You must lay down.
Oh. Okay, wait there. You got me there. You see where the fang marks are?
Yes, I can see the fang marks. I have a pressure bandage. So
I'm gonna go, mate. I'm gonna go.
No.
This
No, you must lay down and be calm.
Okay, I'm calm now.
Are you calm?
But I might die.
No, you won't die if you are calm. I'm putting the pressure bandage on.
Okay.
Does it kind of hurt because it's really going on tight?
Yeah, it's a little bit tight.
Okay, don't cry.
I'll try hard.
Okay, pressure bandage is going on all the way up the limb. Do you know why we put the pressure bandage on?
No.
Because the venom goes into the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system processes the venom through your whole body. So if we put the pressure bandage on, it keeps the venom in your arm, which could kill you. But if it goes through your whole body, then you will be doomed.
Not dude.
Yes.
By a rope snake.
Yes. But stay calm and I will save you.
Okay.
Okay. Are you being calm?
I'm calm.
Now we have to carry you to the car. Yeah, come on. Get up. Keep your arms still.
Okay, you still.
We'll walk to the car.
I absolutely love that footage. But in all seriousness, let's go through those 3 simple steps.
Yeah, so step number 1, remain calm and still.
Step number 2, apply the compression bandage.
And step number 3, call an ambulance. Make sure you remain calm and still until it arrives, but always let that help come to you.
Simply in that order, very, very easy. You know what, Shannon? We've done it. Let's get out of there. Go have a drink of water because Zoe is about to take us to the skies.
Thanks very much, guys. Now, here in Australia, we are home to some of the most incredible bird life. And if you keep your eyes to the skies, you might spot a beautiful whistling kite, just like Fletcher here. Whistling kites, they do get their name from a very distinct whistle-like call that they do make. And these hardy birds are able to survive some of the harshest of landscapes, making them one of the most widespread species of raptor to call Australia home. Now, a raptor is a very specialised bird of prey. They do possess a few key features. That is his excellent vision, his hooked or curved beak, and those sharp yet powerful talons he'll use to take down his prey items. Things that whistling kites are after are anything small like insects, mammals, small reptiles, and sometimes even other bird species. They are naturally very opportunistic and would never pass up an easy feed, which is why such a common place to spot these guys is cruising above our roads as they keep an eye out for any fresh roadkill. But a little pleasure here, he's extra special to us here at the zoo, as he's actually a rescued bird. So he came in through our wildlife hospital with an injury that left him totally blind in just one of his eyes. Due to this blindness, he was deemed unreleasable, but he has a great life here at the zoo and makes for such a fantastic ambassador for his wild counterparts. So thank you very much to Fletcher. But we're going to take you now from aerial down to aquatic, where we open up a whole new world of hunting. To some species of birds that can dive as deep and as fast as fish. And that's exactly how cormorants, just like these two, catch their aquatic meals. So we've just been joined by Albert and Scuba. Albert, the larger of the two, he's a greater cormorant, while Scuba, the smaller one, is a little pied cormorant. And as you can see, both of them, they are perfectly designed for life in the water. Now that's because they lack the fully water-resistant coating around their feathers that many other birds do have. This is what allows them to dive to those great depths in pursuit of that prey. Now, it's great for life under the water, but a bird cannot take to the skies with those wet feathers. That is why you see cormorants lying in the riverbanks holding their wings outstretched, just as if they're hanging themselves out to dry. But Albert and Scuba, they are two of just 5 species of cormorants to call Australia home. So if you're ever out and about around any of our beaches or waterways, keep an eye out and you might spot some of their wild friends. Now we have shown you birds that dive beneath the water, but there are some that prefer to wade through the shallows. This next bird will be making his grand entrance from outside of our Crocodile. These birds, they can soar at the highest of altitudes, but aerial prey is not their choice. These are aquatic predators, well-equipped fishermen. Now if you direct your eyes to just above the roof line, we're about to be joined by the only species of stork found right here in Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Douglas. That was a wicked entrance. Give it up for Dougie. So Douglas here is a jabiru, or more commonly known as a black-necked stork. And as said, these are the only species of stork found right here in Australia. For such a large bird with a wingspan of up to 2 metres, they can actually make their nests up to 20 metres high at the tops of trees. But check him out in the water. Those long legs of his, they may look a little funny, but you can see they keep his body high and dry above the shallow waters. This is where he uses his stealth and precision to stab out and catch his prey items. Things that jabiroos are after are meaningfully fish, eels, crustaceans, and sometimes even baby saltwater crocodiles. Now, if you notice Douglas's eye, you'll see he's got a dark coloured eye. These birds are actually sexually dimorphic, simply meaning you can tell the males and females apart just by looking at them. So while Douglas had those dark coloured eyes, the females have got these bright yellow eyes. This is really cool to see, and you can see this for yourselves today. If you head down to our wetlands area, we have a pair of jabiru named JJ and Juliet. But the last 3 species that we have shown you today, they do rely very heavily on our waterways for their safety and for their survival. That's why it is so important that we all play our part by bidding our rubbish, keeping our waterways clean and clear for future generations of these beautiful birds. Well, you know what? You guys are a lucky audience today, as we're being joined by the most interactive birds we have in the Crocodile. And they're keen to get out here, and I'd love to introduce Becky Jones. So take it away.
Thanks very much, Zoe. Well, good day, everyone. This is my mate, Tallow, and she is a gorgeous yellow-tailed black cockatoo. Now, not only has Tallow been trained to fly from point to point, but she has also been trained to fly from person to person. And that's where you guys come in. I'm going to need the help of an adult volunteer out there in the audience who would like to meet Tallow face to face. Oh, I've got some. Oh, there's a few. You know what? I can't go past the lady in the grey hat with the grey blue singlet. Yeah, the friend's pointing at you. Yeah, you want to stand on up for me. Now, what I need you to do is reach into your wallet and and pull me out a $5 note. Now, I do hear a few little laughs out there, but Tallow, she doesn't know this person, so we taught her to slide to an everyday common object, which just so happens to be a $5 note. How to go, oh, someone actually has money, awesome. Okay, if you want to fold that in half for me, and then fold it in half again, and then you're going to place it between two fingers with the note facing upwards and out to the side for me. That's it. Now Tallow should see this note and know exactly who to fly to. Oh, I love this bird. Alright. Now, Tallow's just got me my coffee. Now, who wants to give us lunch? Anyone out there that's 20? Big kids' hands going up, but blue adults' hands going down. No, I am only kidding. We will get this note back to you. I'll get you to stand on up for me again. If you can place that arm out again for me. Actually, place both arms out for me. Now, if you want to flap really hard and fly down the hill. Yes, that's the best effort I've seen. Alright, we are going to get this back to you. If you want to just pop one arm out to the side with your palm facing up, Tallow is going to deliver that via airmail. When she places that in the palm of your hand, if you can just pop a few fingers over that note for me. That's it, and that is Tallow, our gorgeous yellow-tailed black cockatoo.
Well done, Tallow and Becky Jo. What a good chat. And now we're going to bring out some of Tallow's best mates.
Check out some of our gorgeous lady parrots. These cheeky birds are really social and wild and they have a very unique call. If you keep your eyes and ears open, you might be lucky enough to spot some of these beautiful birds flying around Australia. Right now, we would love to introduce you all to the speed demons of the bird world, our rainbow and red-collared lorikeets! Lorikeets, they do have to be very quick to stand a chance out in the wild, as they are the favourite food item of the fastest animal on the planet, the peregrine falcon. But all of our birds, they do rely on the bush for their food and their shelter. So please remember, no bush means no birds.
Centuries old worldwide, habitat loss still is the biggest threat to the survival of our gorgeous wildlife.
So let's make a difference today, whoever you are, wherever you live. Grow a native plant in your backyard today, and sooner or later you'll have gorgeous native wildlife living at your place.
Ain't that the truth? How about a big round of applause for Zoe, for Becky Jo, for Tallow, and of course our fantastic Free Life Bird crew! Well done! That was cool. Beautiful. Aim for a flight, I may say so. But you know what? This leaves us one thing left to do.
Let's do it.
Who wants to see the crocs?
3.6 meters long, weighing at 300 kilograms. Your crocodile today is Murray.
Murray the crocodile, you can wait for this boy. There he is up there on the big screen. And here to put on the show, we have Brandon. Let's give him a big one welcome.
Oh, g'day guys. Well, how are we all going today? We going good? Oh, I think we can fire up more than that. Are we having a good day? Now we're ready for our croc feed. We're far out today. We're not just bringing out any crocodile, we are bringing out Murray. And Murray has his reputation here at the zoo of being one of the best crocs on the face of the earth and also one of the most famous. This is the one that Steve was feeding when he was holding his little son all those years ago, and for good reason. He's a great crocodile, and today with his help and this bloke over here, Nero, we're going to show you a few tricks to staying safe in crocodile territory. The first one is trying to avoid being the food of the crocodile. Now you can see as he makes his way out into the croco sand with this crystal clear water, we can appreciate how he doesn't disturb the surface whatsoever. He's a stealth predator, which means that those osteoderms on his back are creating a current going one way and then a counter-current going the other way. So no animal out in the bush is going to be able to see this crocodile on his approach. And I tell you what, Nero, mate, do you want to make the ultimate mistake? Go down into his water and show us what he can do. Alright, so I mean, do the jump in straight away. He hones in, he gets nice and keen, and he sets up a strike coming forward. How's that?
Straight down the neck.
That was a pretty good feed, mate. I tell you what, you should see when real men feed Murray, he comes out, tip of the nose to the base of the tail in the blink of an eye, but of course it is Nero today, so he just doesn't care whatsoever. But that is the art of the crocodile. As soon as they're out, they grab their food item, 64 very sharp teeth, and they're able to subdue it, roll it back into the water off the getaway sticks, and kill it. But Nero, if you want to cross the creek when you can, we'll set him up for our next example of what not to do in croc territory, and that's infringe on their territory. Have a look what he's doing here. As soon as Nero touches his water, he hates it. There's nothing Murray hates more in this world than Nero. And just have a look at Nero, look at his nose, there's no wonder why. So he will come over and he will try and kill him, so keep your cameras rolling. But Nero, you want to feed over the other side, mate?
Yeah, give it a try. Now, we bring Brandon out here just with a bit of talking, but Brandon actually can't feed the crocodile, we don't trust him, so he's just out here to do the talking, but we don't let him get too close just in case. Come on, big boy. So, he's got into the water, he's back into like his hunt and his stalk mode. He thinks this is dark, dirty, murky water. He thinks we can't see him. He might pop up, have a quick look, see if Brandon stays there too long so he can cut him off and try and catch him. But he wants to go back under and wants to go back into that hunt and stalk mode to wait for the animal that's down the water's edge or in the water to stay there too long. So as soon as I jump in, he goes back under, he thinks I can't see him, and he comes over pretty fast, so I'm not going to hang around too long. But to catch the animal out, say a kangaroo or a feral pig at the water's edge, look at the food. You hear that popping sound? That's his jaw pressure. So he's got more jaw pressure than any other animal on the planet. He's got no lips, so when he closes his jaws, it just sounds like a gun going off if you stand next to his head. That was pretty light just then, but when he really pops on something, it's super loud and super scary as well. So it was a nice little swing coming out from there. If he really means it, and he can strike out from like beneath the water surface and smack into the fence in one go. So he's amazing at doing those sort of strikes from the water's edge. There's another pretty cool strike that he can do that we'll show you up here on the ground.
Yeah, this is definitely my favourite crocodile behaviour, and they started off from when they first out of the egg, 15 to 20 centimetres long as a hatchling, and then they work their way up. They do not stop even when they're this size, over the 300 kilo mark. It's called the tail walk. So out in the wild, when they're tiny little schnookums this big, they're honey insects, and then they work their way up out of the breeds, and the animals get bigger and bigger and bigger until he's targeting Nero on the Crocosea ramp. So what they use, the secret to it is the tail. So the tail is their biggest hindrance out on land, but in the water, that's where they get all their strength from. It's a massive rudder, there's a lot of muscle there, and so he's relying upon the art of camouflage before he actually lets his head break the surface of the water, and then when he breaks the surface of the water, you're not seeing him. You're up in an overhanging branch reading a book, or for a fruit bat you're having to sleep, or a carpet python going for a slither, and then suddenly there's a croc launching up out of the water, 3,000 pounds per square inch closing jaw pressure. Give him a big round of applause. Yeah, work, mate. Oh, thanks, mate. Yeah, and so they literally come together all those massive jaws, pull it back into water, and then they use their other weapon that they've got up their scales, and that is the water. Look at that. Oh, jeez. And then they use that method of drowning the animal very, very quickly. So the key to avoiding being eaten alive in croc territory is not doing this. Don't overheat the water, or don't do this next thing that Nero's going to show you.
So what crocodiles in general and Murray relies on is the animal to be close to the water's edge, so he has the best chance of doing a strike and grabbing it on that initial strike. But once he's out, pretty fast, that is flat out. Oh, give it up for one last time. We're pretty sick, eh? So that was as fast as Murray can go right there. I'm going to have to run backwards a little bit, but if you have a look at the way his body is designed, you can see why he's so slow. He's got these short little stumpy legs, he's got this big massive round belly. He's designed a lot like Brandon over here. He's not designed to be fast. Look as he tries to go back into the water in a second, he'll try and lift that belly up, he'll drag that big long tail behind him. It's like us trying to walk around with a couple of tyres tied around our waist. But once he does get back to the water, he becomes weightless and he can swim as fast as a dolphin in the water if he wants to, but up on land he's super slow. And I can probably put my money where my mouth is, and I can probably sit down in front of him out here. Maybe even lay down. Not too long, but he does nothing. He's making no attempt to try and come and get me. But if I move further away, but close to the water, straight away, he's like, what are you doing? Get away from my water. And then again, if I jump in, he's got to come in. He's got to try and get me out of his water. This is his territory, so he wants to defend his territory. And the only way he knows how to do that is with those big teeth in his head. So to avoid crocodiles, it's super simple. You're going to follow 3 simple rules when you're up in crocodile territory in Northern Australia. So the first one is staying back from the water's edge. So stay about 4 to about 5 meters back to the water's edge. If I stand back here, he's not going to try and come out and try and get me. But if I move closer and get closer within his range, straight away he comes forward and he sets up for a strike. So if you're back here, you're at a safe distance away from the water's edge. The second rule is what we showed you over here, the tail hook. People have been taken by that tail hook method in the past. They've climbed out over low-lying branches, they've dangled the legs down and the crocodiles struck up, grabbed them, pulled them in, it's all over. So don't overhang the water. And the third rule, and probably the most simple of the 3 rules, but it's one people seem to break every single day. It's the one that I broke in this demo today. Don't jump in the water. Don't go swim with crocodiles. It's simple, but people seem to do it every single day. They jump in the water, they splash around, they have a good time, and all of a sudden the crocodile comes over and takes them out, and they're doing what they're designed to do. They're designed to eat medium to large sized mammals. We're a medium sized mammal, so we're not even the biggest thing they can eat. We think we're the smarter of the 2 species, so we have to prove that and stay away from the spots where they're dangerous. Because in the water at the water's edge, if you do that, you'll be fine. Go up to Northern Australia, you can visit the amazing spot that it is, but you can come back in one piece and in turn keep these amazing creatures safe. Because if you go out and you do get grabbed and killed by a crocodile, these beautiful creatures get branded as evil, ugly monsters, and they want to go out and they want to cull them, they want to relocate them. And at the moment in Queensland, for the last couple of years, the legislation was passed which allows a collection of about 5,000 crocodile eggs from the wild each year to get taken to croc farms, where they hatch them out, they grow to be about 1.5 metres long, they're kept in horrible conditions their whole lives, and in the end, they get shot and they're turned into boots and bags and belts for the fashion industry, something that we don't agree with here in Australia do. We're trying our hardest to put a stop to it at the moment. So there's going to be a video that comes up on a big screen with a video to tell you a bit more about it. And after the link, sign a petition to hope to be able to end this egg collection. So check it out.
Australia Zoo and its partners have conducted the longest and most comprehensive study on crocs. The harvesting of crocodile eggs is a catastrophe for crocs. Queensland saltwater crocodiles are vulnerable in the wild. Our research indicates that crocs still need our protection. The removal of protection laws for crocodiles will destroy future generations. Join with us to protect crocs and all our native wildlife.
So there you go, there's that link there I was talking about, australiazoo.com.au/petition. And that is going to go away to helping us preserve these beautiful big dinosaurs we've got up in our northern waterways. Now, obviously looking after crocs is an uphill battle when you're trying to preserve something as prehistoric and as dangerous as to what they are. But I tell you what, here on I, we build up an appreciation for these animals, getting to see how beautiful they are every single day. And that's not just true for us, that's true for the entire reptiles team. Now, I'll tell you what, who did actually love them phenomenally was this bloke, Steve. He loved them with everything he had, and that was no secret to anyone on this planet. And he's the one who showcased saltwater crocodiles to the world so that everyone could go away with a bit more of an understanding, a love and a connection for not only looking after these animals, but looking after these animals for future generations to come. So it's with that in mind, we'd like to thank you all for coming here today and helping us to keep Steve's dream and this beautiful planet alive. Have a good day, guys. We'll see you later.
Hey guys, so I tried with the footage of the Crocoseum show, the Wildlife Warrior show, but I mean, like, I thought it was good footage. So we're off to the elephants now. I will film when we are there. So, yeah. Oh, little kangaroo. So cute. Okay, so you can't really see them in, but they're there. Okay, I think we gotta get over there.
Abby, I love your face.
What?
I love your face because it's funny.
Elephants. Information stuff about elephants.
Where's the elephant?
They're there.
Yeah, I'll show you. I'm going up there now.
I love elephants. They're really nice. No. Is there? Yep, there's an elephant right there. They haven't. Mum thought they didn't come yet, but they are here. There he is. You can see him. Let me just zoom in a little bit. I can only see his butt. Oh wait, there's the trunk. This is the place where you can view them. What's he doing?
See that one over there? That's for Mama and that's for Dad.
Playing with a little log. Where's the other ones?
He's over the back.
Oh, there's more of his back, but he's there.
You want me to film because I'm a bit taller than you. I'm going to film.
Yeah.
Can you put me my legs around your neck?
I was filming the wrong way.
Okay. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to stay glittery and sparkly. I'll see you all next time. Peace out. Bye.